Discretion is advised. Okay. All right. Okay. Faith. Hey, Jesus or Jesus. Seth, we just arrived. Can you at least act like you're gonna have fun? She was punching my shoulder while talking. God, I'm having headaches already. I said to myself, watching the road. I just have to endure this for a couple of hours and go home again. No worries. Shortly after, the car stopped and we got out. We had arrived at their famous abandoned church. Fate was still looking at me, expecting me to say something. I can't help it, sis. I'm sorry. It's not like I'm going to have any fun. I glanced at Julia and Andrew as they walked together to the abandoned church, laughing at something loudly. This place seems really cool. Fate gently took my arm and looked into my eyes. Let's see. I'm gonna move myself out the way a little bit. I just want to spend time with you, and get over this shitty week. Besides, Julia and Andrew are cool, at least better than most. Mills Julia waving her arms, calling us. Andrew lit his cigarette, and Julia's. Faith shouted back, "Coming! You guys want the remaining beers?" Nah, vodka will take care of us now. All right, your call. Let's go, Seth. Okay, so we got, let's see. We followed them to the church main door. Andrew was standing like someone had been shoved a stick up his, stiff and trying to look sharp, whereas Julia was more relaxed and in the moment's mood. Y'all can be sure this trip will make us all better. We all had a terrible weekend. We needed a distraction. Also, Faith bringing Seth was a great idea. But I always wanted to get to know him better. She turned to me and smiled. My gaze drifted towards her choker, but immediately I turned my eyes away. Nice might have been an understatement. This is our sacred ground. Didn't I say it's salt and thick? And you don't have to be a judge of character to understand that this is intellectual capabilities are toe to toe with a book. Okay. Authentic, yeah. Authentic, divine, spiritual, gothic. Something that smells like car fart. Okay. How do you know what a cow fart smells like? I guess. She made a weird grimace. I probably have preferred a reek of a drunk piss to a cow fart. For some reason, you look pumped up. I got alerted because I know this look meant that a joke was coming. It smells like my old man's. Okay. Everyone's expression has changed to reflect their disgust about the ongoing conversation. Even so, Faith managed to pull a smile and fake laugh. Alright, Anyway, let's go inside, shall we? And she threw her cigarette to the ground and stepped on it. Oh, by the way, would you mind closing the door, Seth? Doesn't matter. Guess we'll close it. Of course, the heavy door made booming, ear-scratching sounds as I closed it. Every single time. Fuck this ancient-ass door. Church ruined state, solitude around it, rotten mosaics, broken crosses. Okay. It's cheesy, however charming as well, giving an impression of a cheap black metal music video set. Smell wasn't that putrid and all the goddamn junkies and jokers having a separate place as their safe house. I'm gonna spend more time in the place, that's for sure. So I chose a spot and sat down. Faye pointed at the vodka bottle and held out her plastic glass while looking at Julia without saying anything. Faye immediately adjusted her radio to a favorite station and a familiar tune started to play. Guess that's what we're hearing now. No one wants to get drunk fast, she said and giggled. Oh, me too. I've been waiting for this for days. Yeah. I say we all pay our respects for Chris right now. Let's continue with our party. We wouldn't want any dark clouds floating all over us tonight, I suppose. Who's a good friend? And good person too. May you rest in peace. Good for your glasses, good for this. They looked at me with surprised eyes, but then I saw a weak, bitter smile on their faces. So I took a shot from my glasses. So, what's up with the club, Julia? Have you done with the props? Most of them, yeah. I think it's going better than expected, and I'm genuinely excited this time about what's coming. I totally am excited too. If you guys can really pull it off, that would be like watching Rocky Horror for the first time. I know, right? Anyways, let's not get too excited, because we still aren't sure if school is going to help with the production or not. We have a considerable budget, and they might touch it deep in play to various gossips. Meanwhile, I was drinking and observing my surroundings. Kelly smiling and even laughing at some of the jokes, but I wasn't really feeling it. I said that the place seems cool, but I lied. It was disgusting and dingy. I had no idea why they found it exciting to sneak up here and have this party. I could smell the drunken piss from the right outside. Hear the sound of the crows and see Angel's face with a stupid smile on it, looking at me. Getting bored as well, dude. He grabbed my shoulder and I found myself getting up along with him. He turned to the girls with his hand still over my shoulder and said, "Ladies, excuse us. We'll have a little walk and chat, man to man." Felt a little breeze rushing through my body. Maybe I can avoid him. I thought and looked around. I saw a particularly destroyed back sign in the corner. Yeah, maybe we should avoid him. Thank God he had let me go. Just as if he sucked energy inside of me every second I stand near him. I thought while getting away from Andrew. Girls were having an enthusiastic talk about something, but I was getting distracted again. They would surely call for me if I kept standing like that. I guess I'm not gonna bad. Let's go back to the group. We kept drinking and talked about so many things after a while. It turned into a background noise. Getting necessary, especially more and more in detail, but the more I looked, the more they became faceless. But the time was getting slower, and I was getting sucked into a dark, airless room. We were about to eat her because the feeling was familiar. And sometimes they asked me a thing or two to get me back into the conversation, and even though I managed to answer those questions, I wasn't there. I didn't know where I was. I wanted to talk and cry or laugh at stuff as they did, but I wasn't feeling it. I was feeling chilly. My lips cracked and sealed. But I was running out. She looked utterly completely wasted. Her face looked like it was melting, and she was limping wherever she tried to walk. So if y'all wanted to do the other options, go left or go right, of course, this game will be in the description below. So if you want to best for yourself, you can. But I haven't read the description of this game, so I don't know what's all gonna happen, and I'm kind of nervous. Julia got rid of her cardigan and was sitting only with her tank top, her arms stretched, hands leaning on the ground beside her thighs, trying not to get allured by her indecent beauty. I remember Chris and told myself that I wouldn't fall into the traps of Julia. Sure, she would corrupt me as well, together with that Andrew prick. But she was crawling toward me with a sinister smile on her face. Accept this bottle. And before I closed a look, she grabbed my bottle and drank from it. Except I want to like you today, but today you certainly failed to impress me, baby. She laughed at me. You're a bitch, Julia. Why would he try to impress you? My brother has standards, right, Seth? She said that by mimicking an intellectual attitude. Another laugh. They fell into each other. Yeah, I was laughing. Yes, shut the F up, Seth. You said it, not me. I said to myself. I'm so tired. Andrew turned to his side and grabbed his bag. There was excitement in his eyes. He started searching for something. The girl seemed intrigued. What now? Her sister was also intoxicated and annoyed me. This one, babe. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. There's so much money on this shit. Nirvana. She go and said, "What horrible fucking marketing, and you are studying management." What's up with marketing and management? Sean said, "You're so dumb. I don't know why I like you." Okay. You brought drugs here? Should I have brought variables instead? Then Andrew pulled 2 vials out of his bag, along with 4 syringes. 4 syringes. Jill was looking a little lost in thought, but when she saw the vials, she immediately jumped from her spot like she was electrocuted. What did he want? Ask no questions here, no lies, honey. Whatever that was, it also struck fate. She looked equally surprised and excited. No move. That's the thing. Try to collect herself and ask a question. Though I don't think it's a good idea, you know. Need it right now. He's here. Why? There's no one around. We'll just be tripping here. No one will disturb us. And when it's morning, we'll be on our way back. Then he touched Faith's chin and said, "You can have so much fun." Hearing all this, I felt like my blood had drained from my body and I was irritated. My ears rang. And the lustful touch of Faith's face replayed in my mind. I was not going to get up from my spot. At that moment, I knew I'd rather pass this and have a fight with that. Or I could also take drug hope that would make the personality more bearable. No. First, no one heard what I said because I only managed to mumble it. Again, the same, a stranger and Bill preparing shots for themselves on their face observation. Just before they hit it, I said loudly, "I will be hitting it." Andrew stopped in his lap, disappeared. Julie gave me a condescending look and said, "Don't be a pooper, Seth." And her tone was more like, "Fuck out of here if you want to use it." Well, it was obvious. Then she hit it. There was instant gas, so her eyes widening, and I wanted to watch her more, but Andrew got up and walked to me and pushed me. "Got enough of you, weirdo. I won't let you creep on us while we're high as fuck. I won't trust you." He grabbed me from my shirt and pulled me. He pointed his syringe and said, "Come on, press, oh boy. Hit it." "What the fuck are you doing, Andrew? Let him go right now." "Oh, Faith, he's here. He gotta do it. You know that. Oh, girl, don't fight on me on this. Tell him." "You let me go." He didn't hear me. Faith was arguing with him. I go up and got ready to speak again. I was shaking. My mouth was as dry as dust. "Andrew, let me go. I'll do it." "Hey, you don't have to. We can just leave." But he said he wants it. "Let me go." He was still looking nervous, and truth be told, I didn't want to comfort her. She was the one who got us into this in the first place. But I wanted to shout at her. I was so angry. Father's words echoed my mind. He was sure to punch us if he knew. The urge to run away came to me again, but then I injected myself. I drew a shouting more gibberish and laughing crazily. The moment the liquor got into my veins, I felt so many things that I lost my senses. How I hear, see, or feel was completely changed, and for a minute I thought my body wouldn't be able to handle it. I just died on the ground, paralyzed. I tried to look at Faith, but I couldn't normally comprehend her features. Touched her arm, even that simple movement was electrifying, both for me and her, from what I saw. It was like our nerves touched each other and sent a wave that pulsed to us. She attempted to say something to me, but she was only able to mumble something inaudible. Instead, she held my hand as firmly as possible. I thought she did it because of our kind of connection. I thought it was intrinsic. Her face started to become clear, and I thought, I'm truly reconnected with my sister, a much deeper sense. I thought I was looking into her soul, and I found love for me there. And I felt Julia trying to get closer to Faith, slowly crawling and shivering, laughing. Their lips connected, and Faith also started laughing, as if someone tickles her out of enjoyment. They didn't say a word. I felt like I was petrified, or I'd become a source of pleasure for Faith too. You look hot. So hot, aren't they? I wish I could beat that man. I was starting to crawl towards them. I was sweating, shivering, and I could hear the wind passing through the cracks of the wall. The time was slower, and I felt like I was falling into a void. Nothing mattered except me and Chris. And that was how they corrupted him. I knew it, and I wanted to confront them. I straightened up and started to watch their intercourse. I wanted to shout at them, but I couldn't find the power in me. I was numb and empty. My mind refused to act, but I was sick of it, sick of myself. Message. Then again, I saw Chris and we were together and peaceful. The world had ended and only we had left. Shot on the hill and we let the scenery take us. You join us after all? Right? Chris showed me. I could watch myself in that wretched church. My eyes were bleary, hair and clothes smudged. I was shaking uncontrollably and staring where they stood like they were actually there. Julia was smiling at me, but when I didn't move, she got back a little puzzled with a puzzled look. She got back a little with a puzzled look in her eyes. "Why did you take Chris to me?" I saw her arm twitching and I couldn't stop it. "Hey, what happened? Come on, sit. You look sick." "They have to tell me." "Hey, easy now, bud. It's okay. We could be so happy. I've seen it in him. Seth, you're wearing me right now. Please sit for a sec. Don't fucking touch me. I thought I was barely able to stand, but I managed to continue. However, Julia was the first to speak. You didn't even meet with Chris. Seth, the fuck are you talking about? You were the ones who didn't know him. You would take care of me. I knew you would. You resembled him. Resembled? Seth, what are you doing? I saw myself grabbing the nearest bottle. My lips, my face, all over trembling. I turned to Chris, but his face was gone. It was black and sheer emptiness. You hurt me. He followed the ones around me and corrected them. I won't be punished anymore. I know. I know that he watches me now. Who will get back? I glimpse of fear inside the static, infinite blackness, and it grew and grew and consumed me. I hit Andrew with the bottle, and it bounced back with a thumping, but it didn't break. Andrew stopped following, and the stream of blood started to pour out from his head. He turned to the girl, staggering and wobbling. Drew her eyes wide when terror and she freeze. Faith was shining at me, begging for me to stop. They deserved it. I've lost everything. They took it from me. I will be punished because of them. You hear me, sister? And I will cleanse you as well when time comes, and then I'll do the same for Chris too. Faith, I'm talking to you. You want to make our father happy? Faith? Faith continued to shout at me while trying to grab the bottle from my hand. Still wasn't there, and I was just watching me standing, watching Andrew fall to the ground, and Joey trying to help him. I wanted to carry out my father's will, didn't I? So I decided not to talk anymore. No intervention, just let it happen. It was weakening when I realized I had a man who had all to act, strength, will, and determination. I could see him, it was all in his eyes. The man could smell their fear, shock, and hatred. It was black no more. That man could sense everything. He hated them even more, feared by them even more, and wanted to see his power. Pushed all Faith off him and hit Andrew again. Another thump followed by a scream. One more and the bottle got broken. His head got cut. Blood gushed from it. Andrew whimpered. He took a piece of glass from the ground, showed it to the girls and threatened them. They were horrified. Drew could only stop crying and wasn't able to cry. Andrew was trying to drag himself, but it was a pathetic attempt. He tripped him repeatedly, kicked his stomach, arms, legs, and face. He stomped on his head and stomped and stomped. Andrew was snoring and making sounds. His face was drenched in his own blood. His nose was broken. He wasn't rushing. He knew he had won already. They tried to throw him stuff like he was some kind of animal, trying to scare off. He left Andrew for a moment and ran to the girls. Julia screamed echoed across the church. Drew went to both of them, but when he got there, Julia's lips got busted and her screams turned into loud mumbles. He tried to pull Andrew aside, but he was heavy. He cut Andrew's shirt and wrapped it around his neck, pulling him by using it. Oh, shoot. Okay. I got scared, I'm sorry. This is deeper than I anticipated. Okay, With her eyes really swollen from crying, her makeup was ruined, and she was hardly standing on her feet. Her knees were shaking, and when she realized there was no sign of mercy, she begged for it in her eyes. Tears in one last time, accompanied by her discordant shriek. He grabbed her neck and knocked her to the head, to the wall. When she fell to the ground, he climbed over him, started to He tried to talk to him crazy, but she only managed to make him grunt and caused him to hold her neck more tightly. She reached for something to hit him with. Everything was out of her reach. Her eyes got redder and redder, and she tried to loosen her fingers, and she hit her feet to the ground and tried to scream for help, look up her face desperately. This is Julia. Only sounds left when Julia stopped moving. The look on her face was a pure demonstration of her horror and despair. He loosened his hands when he realized she didn't find it back anymore. Her neck was all black with marks on his hands on it to the ripping caress of Julia's cheek. This is crazy. Okay, I guess we will keep on for a little bit longer. Hey, what are you doing? She asked him, her voice was trembling. There was blood, her face coming down from her nose. He didn't return any answer. His clothes were torn, scratches and bruises could be seen everywhere on his body. Brown blood was covering his hands, making his appearance even more daunting. There was a stench of blood sweating just near. From the face, Bradley started to run up to her, face down while trying to get away, and fell. Grabbed her shirt, despite her coughing up a scream, he threw her into one of the rooms. She yelled and punched the wooden door, but he blocked the door by cluttering some rubber in front of it. Throwing around in the darkness looking for Chris, who could finally be together since I had destroyed all the boards that kept me away from him. His discretioners had been destroyed and we could have attended to each other with care and tenderness. You keep me safe and keep me away from my father. Child's name, but the air muffled my voice. It was suffocating. Didn't know where I was going, all directions felt the same. Wood standing or flying, or falling. I wasn't breathing and I couldn't see Chris. Fear started to overcome me. Do you hear me? The voice bounced from the invisible walls of the dark cage. Saw him sitting in front of the door, motionless, with his face buried between his knees. Every sound came to fade and spoke again. Okay, so I had to cut it. Unfortunately, this visual novel was a lot crazier than I expected. It actually scared the mess out of me. It really did. I wouldn't recommend this for anyone who is at least 18 up. It's wild. When they say viewer discretion is advised, it is heavily and strongly advised. Strongly. I did enjoy it, but it did it scared me. It did scare me. It's been a minute since I've been scared to this level. So yeah. I say the last time I got scared like this, it was I forget the name of it. Of the visual novel I played before, but it was something with like statues or something. But it got me good just like this. And it also started with an M. So yeah. You want to play this for yourself, of course. Link and everything will be in the description. I do strongly advise, it is your discretion. This is, yeah, do not play this by yourself with the lights off. My lights are on. So yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video, what I did show, and stay safe out there. Honestly, like, comment, subscribe, share, of course, if you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you had a good day, good yesterday, and you'll have even better tomorrow. And yeah, stay safe, and I will catch you in the next video.